Okay. All right. So we want multiplayer battles. Oh. Hello, hello. I think there's a mod I need to have. Let me double check the tourney rules. Oh, I meant to. Oh man, I'm so tired, dude. I did not sleep super well last night, and I went to bed way later than I should have. Okay, close all that. Go back to here. All right, so we're doing a little tournament here today. This isn't probably going to be a super long stream because it's only 4 games. But it's a little creator cup that was organized by Hitman Hippo, who you should know if you follow the multiplayer stuff. And it's all YouTubers, or all content creators at least. So we're up against RTK Maverick Sloth, which, considering that he's actually on RTK, means we're probably going to get absolutely blasted. So this first game is this first game Conquest? I think it is. So we're Conquest game 1. Oh man, I haven't played Conquest ever. So this will be interesting. Okay, so it's yeah, it's hybrid and Conquest. And then 2 and 4 is Dom. Okay. Pick 3, ban 1, player 1 picks 3 factions and bans 1. Player 2 bans one of the third or the players 3. Player 1 picks from the remaining 2. Oh, after, okay, I see. All right, so I'm top bracket. So I pick 3 factions and ban 1 faction. Okay, so I pick 3, ban 1. I'll pick Lizardmen, Demons of Chaos, and let's see, I could do, what do I want to do here? I could do Lizardmen, Demons of Chaos, and Nurgle. Yeah, I think that seems reasonable. And Nurgle. Ban, who do I want to ban if I'm doing those? Lizardmen, Demons, Nurgle. Let's ban Slaanesh. So I'll pick Lizardmen, Demons, Chaos, and Nurgle, and I'll ban Slaanesh, and we'll hope for the best. But anyway, hope you're all having a lovely day. Yes, rare multiplayer Sotek. and I'm also tired, and should be packing for my trip soon. But I agreed to do this a little while ago. This tournament's got like all rules all over the place. All right, so he's banning Demons of Chaos. Okay, so now he's picking Kislev. Ooh. Okay, so he's picking Kislev. Well, there's no rules that I have to play a different army each time, so I will play Lizardman. All right. In the finals, global ban is... Oh, I'm not gonna worry about the global bans. Okay, so it's Kislev versus Lizardman. All right, let me put up a army blocker. Okay, so this is essentially a land battle, which is very different than what I normally do. Okay, it's Kislev. Okay, Kislev's pretty interesting. All right. I can just put up the cover. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So, versus Kislev. Oh goodness. I mean, Kislev has a lot of really good options. They're like a super good army. The question is he gonna go mass gun line, or is he gonna go like more single entity stuff? We are using the fruit rules, which means there are certain kinds of restrictions. So like for Kislev, there are, man, there's a lot of rules on here. Okay, so I'm doing Lizardman. See, Slon count as rare single entities. You can only have 3 rare single entities. You can only have 5 of the same unit. Oh, you can only have 2 from the big monster category. Interesting. Okay. So the question is, do I want to run a Slon Lord? We're on Galbaraz, which is pretty open. So, oh man, this is actually quite punishing. You can only have 3 rare single entities. See, where are the general rules here? Armies are limited to a total of 4 single entities. Rare single entities are limited to 2 each and 3 per army. Okay. I see. Okay, so I could have 3 rare single entities. So I could do... I think I should do... Okay, I think... Let's go ahead and start getting all this together. So let's do this. Then let's do... Oh, this is so strange. Because once again, I have not fought Kislev in like 1,000 years. Let's grab one of these. And then I want these. We're gonna want some of these. And then we need... So is it, I can only have 5 duplicate unit limits. Okay, it's only each army, let's have at least 400 models. Okay, I just can't have more than the same amount of a certain unit type. Okay, cool. So then it's ooh, it's tricky. Also, I want to be last defenders colors. I think we want Kislev has pretty good cav. They also have really good monsters, so I think we want this guy. So that gives me 3 single entities. And then the rest of my army should be infantry. So we could do... Oh, it's tough. Definitely need some skinks. And then I think some Saurus would be best. Ooh, this army feels very tiny. Let's see. Almost ready. 1 sec. I feel like this is very, very small. But then again, there's not that many army slots. So the question is, could I get better? If I did this instead, would it let me get something better? I mean, I could get a unit of javelin skinks. I think I'd rather have the improved melee defense, though. Yeah, that's pretty significant melee defense difference. And then I feel like a unit of chameleon stalkers would actually be really good, but I don't think I can afford those. I think we just go for a regular unit of skinks, and that gives us like a strong fighting core and then a lot of really mobile elements. Oh no, I know I need a unit of those. That's what I really need. Shoot. Yeah, that's what I really need. Okay, if I get rid of this, I get rid of this. I can pick up a unit of these. And then if I switch these out for these, switch one of these out for one of these. Oh no, those are more expensive. Okay, no, I think I just have to accept. Okay, I think this will work. It's wonky. I'm not gonna lie, it's super wonky. But I don't think I'm gonna have enough of a I don't think I'm gonna have enough of a strong infantry corps. But we will see what happens. Okay, ready? I think this will probably be suffering. Okay. Yeah, I think this is I think this will be okay. I think this will be okay. All right. So I'm going to take the cover down. All right. Hopefully everyone's doing well today. But yeah, I agreed to this tournament a little while ago and figured, you know, it's a fun little thing to do. Yeah, we're up against Maverick Sloth, who I suspect is going to be much better than me. So I went with I don't have much infantry. But instead I went pretty heavy into cavalry, with some single entity support. So hopefully I built my army correctly. But so I've got a Bastillodon for some like long range harass. I've got some I've got some stalkers here for kind of like little shenanigans. I've got some skirmishers to help compete for the capture point. Mazda Mundi as my big anti-infantry heavy hitter. Double cav to hopefully contest Kislev cav. We've also got the Pahak Sentinels to be annoying. The Salamanders are more here in case he goes really heavy on the they're mainly here in case he goes heavy on the frostworms, because the frostworms are really strong. But I'm mainly going to be relying on my solar engine to engage from like a really healthy distance. So what I'm kind of hoping will happen is that the solar engine will be able to let me dictate the pace of the battle from a distance, and then I can just harass with skirmishers and stuff, and my infantry is mostly just to mess with any of his infantry. He doesn't have that many more troops than me, so I'm suspecting there's probably at least one frostworm. But yeah. I'm set. Good luck. Have fun. Also, we're apparently going to be doing some giveaways of some stuff. I'm going to get some clarification on that, but there might be some DLCs for that they're giving away. But I will double check to make sure everything's cool on that. The really nice thing here as well is that this guy does have the Vigor aura. Actually, I should put him more towards the center of my line. That way he's keeping the vigor of my infantry nice and healthy. And then let's do... Actually, I'm going to put my cavalry in a group. I'm going to put my single entities in a group as well. And my skirmishers. The big thing we have to be careful for in here is that because this is Conquest, it's basically a lane battle. So there's no like resurrecting troops. If your guys die, then they die, and then that's it. You're done. Okay, he's ready. So let's go ahead and go. Okay. He's got like a lot of little stuff. Okay, got some easy damage. Okay, we've got Winged Lancers in the back line. Oh, okay, he does have a little Grom. So that's what my Pterodons are going to be good, hopefully a little good for. We're gonna... Okay, we're gonna want to be more aggressive. Oh my god, he has so much stuff. I think it's mostly trash, but it is a lot of decent trash for sure. The little Grom is going to be good about forcing me closer than I'd rather be. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do some heals on him. Go ahead and capture this point. I don't really know how I'm gonna approach this. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and have my Pterodons start harassing. Yeah, I think we just have to get up in his face and just go for it. Shoot the Streltsy. I'm gonna get a... Good rock drop there. And we're just gonna start getting into them. Okay, start bringing in Gelplum's Terror. Look for a decent banishment here somewhere. Okay, we're gonna have our coal ones chase down this Throatsy. We're gonna use a banishment here. I'm gonna get on his wizard. I want y'all on the little Grom. We're gonna do a net on his wizard.
Yes, yes. Good, good.
Mazdamani's gonna heal himself. I'm gonna shoot these guys.
Morky Mischief donated 100 Swedish krona through Super Chat. Is there a hierarchy among the Slin priests? Like
yes,
as their leader, or is it like the Chaos Dwarfs where there technically is no hierarchy and Croak is just first among equals?
And I would say there's definitely a hierarchy they understand that mostly revolves around age. Okay, so Bastildon's doing work. If I could kill the enemy general with my Carnosaur, I'll feel pretty okay. Pop another heal on him. Pterodons are doing a great job harassing Gelplum's Terror. The Stylodon's doing work. I'm gonna... Oh no, he's on a range. Okay, it's mainly just the Cav that's the problem now. Okay, they're gonna keep shooting him. We're gonna net the general so he can't get away. And I'm gonna drop a force field on this boy. Actually, no. I want y'all to get that thing. Y'all get them. Okay, the enemy general's dead. You're gonna get on those guys. I'm gonna drop a ruination of cities on them. Chameleon Stalkers are gonna go after him. We're gonna drop a heal on him. Oh, that was such a good ruination. Okay, we're gonna dive little Grom to make sure it does not come back. Mazdamundi is going to charge the Winged Lancers. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about this. Actually, no, I want you to focus the cavalry. I'm going to net them so that I can banishment them. All right, good. That was such a good banishment. Okay. We're gonna throw a heal on Gelplum's Terror, who's gonna run away from all the Cav. Skinks are being annoying. Saurus. All right, that's army losses. Hey, starting off with a win. All right, GG. And this is a round robin best of one. So we fight a good amount of people. All right, so that's a nice opening W for the Lizards, or for the Sotek. All right, cool. That was fun. GG, my dude. It was a good scrap. It was a good scrap.
X100. You have followed the great plan.
Okay, yeah, Mazda Mundi did fantastic. Look at that. 2,300 value, 500 value on the Skinks, 600 on the Saurus, 1727. Yeah, the Carnosaur, Gelblom's Terror did work. Killed all the characters. Poxinel's got 1,400 value. Oh my good lord. 800 value on the Bastillodon. Yeah, everybody did really well. His Horde Chargers did really good. We shut down Little Grom really well. The Skinks did a really good job shutting down Little Grom. His Griffin Legion did well. His Winged Lancers did really well. One of Streltsy did good, but we managed to shut down the other one pretty effectively. Yeah, he didn't get much value out of his Ice Witch, which I think is what really did us a favor in the end. Okay. Wasn't the ROR Carnosaur unbreakable? No. Gelblom's Terror. The big thing for Gelblom's Terror is that it's fast. It's super fast. So his big gimmick compared to the regular one is that he doesn't have Feral Rage, so you don't have to worry about losing control of him. Obviously, he has an improved stat line. He also has Strider. So Strider makes it where no matter what terrain he's moving across, he runs like really quick. And he also has Vanguard Deployment and Hidden Forest. So you're able to be like a little sneakier with him. But the big reason I take him is that he doesn't have Feral Rage, and he also has improved stats. But the Strider is also nice because it means that he just ignores terrain penalties, which is quite good. And it also means you could throw in a forest and he doesn't run into any problems. Anyway, so yeah, that's our game for that. So I guess I'll inform Hippo, since Hippo I think is running everything. Won my game against Sloth. Wait, are you updating the bracket? I won my match against Mr. Sloth. By the way, if y'all haven't, make sure y'all check out the Map Sloth. I believe he has a YouTube channel. Yes, he does. So I'm gonna post his channel in chat so that if you're wanting to check out someone who mostly does multiplayer, you can do so. Please be sure to check him out and give him some love. Wasn't sure about the Carnosaur, but Carnosaurs are actually really good right now. Carnosaurs are, especially like the feral ones, they're very good value right now as long as you don't get them killed. Also, Sean DeWolf, thank you very much for the bits. I appreciate it. Is Lord Croak the best hero in the game? No. No. He's Lord Croak is probably one of the best heroes in the game versus the AI. Versus the AI, he is one of the best characters in the game. Because they hold still long enough for his ability, or his explosions to go off. Against any moderate, like, against a human player that has any spatial awareness, he's pretty terrible. Because his spells take a very long time to go off. So you have to, if they're even paying slight attention, they will see his spells being cast and they will get out of the way. But in single player, he's certainly a very, very, very good, character. Oh, one-eyed. Yeah, you're thinking of Thorax. Yeah, I believe you're correct that Thorax, where is it? Dwarfs. I believe Thorax unique Carnosaur, the yoked Carnosaur, is unbreakable. Yeah, you're correct. It also has 35% spell resist. Dang. Yeah, and then the, I don't know why I did that. And then the Lizardman, the Blessed Spawning one is also super fast. Its gimmick is that it has 90 speed. It also has 50% spell resist for some reason. But, Gelplum's Terror doesn't have the Feral Rage. And also has Strider, which means it can fight in forest just as good as outside forest. Yeah, yeah, it's true. You can use Croak in multiplayer. And I think there are certain factions he would be okay against. But the problem is for how expensive he is. Like, I think if you were fighting Vampire Counts and you were really good at managing your resources, you could pull off some really effective, like, big booms with him. But it's very likely your opponent is gonna mess you up. Like, you're probably gonna have... It's very, very likely that your opponent will have a good chance of dodging, and he is very expensive for what he does. When you can... And the issue is that for the price of Lord Croak in multiplayer, coming in at 2,000 value... So, like, if you take Lord Croak, right? You would want everything that he has. Like, you know, you could get rid of his Death Mask, but his Death Mask is amazing. -8 melee attack at 55 meters is super good. Like, so you could have him at 2,000 value, or you could take, like, really, really effective Mazdamundi up on his, Stegodon for only 1,000 more, and Mazdamundi has just as good of essentially clearing because he has banishment and ruination of cities, so he's just as good as like horde clearing. And he also is like a god tier melee combatant that has insanely good stats because of the, especially the Sunburst standard, giving 10 melee defense to everyone within 35 meters. Super good. Yeah. Oh yeah. The Green Knight. The Green Knight is goated right now. The Green Knight is actually good now, which is nice. I feel like for named heroes, I've seen some folks taking Gorda's Backstabber. He seems to show up from time to time. Obviously dwarfs tend to run. It's not unusual at all for dwarves to run Gotrek and or Felix. Grant Cathay used to run Satang a lot, but he hasn't been run as much recently.
Yes. Good. I accept your offering for Molder Clan.
Desserts 0x donated $10 through Super Chat. Sorry for the off-topic question. I mean to ask during the Afterlife stream. Can you explain why Slaanesh just has instant access to elven soups when they die?
Yeah, so... soups. Yeah, he likes those elven soup recipes. So we do talk about this a bit during... a decent bit during the Afterlife stream. I want to say... like, if you get to the part where we were talking about elves, which was probably like an hour or like 2.5 hours in. And it's also totally fine for not off topic because this is a multiplayer stream, so there isn't really an on topic, especially when we're just waiting between games. You know, feel free to ask whatever you want because we're not in a hurry. But oh my god, Human Boy Yes is playing. I feel like he is too good to be playing in this tournament. But then again, arguably so is Hitman Hippo. I'm just a little babby here. In a very... There are a couple layers to this question. And the most blunt, like, can you very basically tell me why does Slaanesh have dibs on the Elven Souls? The 100% answer to start off the conversation is we don't know. Okay, so like it's a mystery. We don't actually know in universe 100% undeniably why Slaanesh has dibs on Elven Souls. It is not revealed within the setting itself. So then we have to go down another layer, which is what is the meta reason that Elven Souls get have dibs by Slaanesh. And the meta reason is because he does in 40k. And Warhammer 40k and Warhammer Fantasy have a transactional relationship that's been less and less as time goes on, because Games Workshop has put more serious separations between them. But the essential answer from like a GW perspective is that because during the period where Elf lore was going to Eldar lore, and then Eldar lore was going back into Elf lore, and they were affecting each other, this is one of those things that jumped from 40k to Fantasy, is that Slaanesh has dibs. But in Fantasy, we don't have the whole thing where the elves created Slaanesh. That didn't happen in Fantasy like it does in 40k, where the Eldar created Slaanesh, right? So now the question is, okay, with what information we do have, what is a hypothesis that we could use to determine what all that whole thing is? Oh, okay, we got our second game. We're playing Outer Region, who is a very, very good player. Outer Region is very spooky. I think that's him. So the second game, yeah, it is. There he is. The second game is a domination match, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Outer Region, Hitman Hippo, Human Boy, yes, are all in this tournament, who are all very good players. Dov was gonna play, but Dov had a has a substitution because he was having tech problems. But anyway, so the hypothesis that is most likely, so there are two ways you can go about it. The first is that you can assume that maybe there's some sort of historical precedent. Like maybe Slaanesh is a fallen elf god or something. But it is, what me and Andy discussed is that what's most likely is that when Elven souls die, or when elves die, their souls are like flares being fired within the ether. Their souls are so bright compared to the souls of other species, because they're very like etherically dense, and they're like super crazy bright, and it attracts a lot of attention, so that most gods and demons are very quickly aware of it. But there's not that many of them. There are very, very, very few elven souls doing anything compared to any others, right? So also I'm top bracket, so I'm gonna do the same thing. Picks are Lizardmen, Demons of Chaos, and Nergal. Does anyone know what Outer Region's good at? Like, does anyone know what factions he's really good at? And because I would love to. I think he's good at Empire, right? Isn't Empire like his bread and butter? Anyway, I don't want Beastman instead of Nurgle. I do love Beastman. No, I should stick with Nurgle. Oh, so the idea that we discussed is that when an elf soul goes up, there's not that many elf souls. And in the greater scheme of things, elves are not that valuable to most of the dark gods. compared to, say, humans. Because humans, although they are less etherically dense, there are so many more of them. There are so many more of them that it is insane. It is insane. So most of the gods reasonably compete over the vast quantity, which is more important, which is humanity and things like it. Whereas Slaanesh has a very particular interest in elven souls because they're the most... what else? Yeah, I'll ban what else. I hate what else. I hate what else. That's a great call. I would rather gnaw my own leg off than play against what else because I hate them so much. So the idea is that Slaanesh always goes for the elf souls. Like, Slaanesh is so obsessive, and elf souls are elves are so much more emotional. Their senses are so much more profound that elves and Slaanesh are very parallel. And for the elves, or for Slaanesh, Slaanesh will do anything to consume an elf soul. Slaanesh will throw caution to the wind and will commit a completely absurd amount of resources to claiming an elf soul, where the other gods just won't. Because for the other gods, why fight a ridiculous, absurd battle and waste so much effort and resources against Slaanesh over one elf soul when you could use so much more of those resources to do to instead focus on brain fart, like everything else, humans, etc. All right, so he's banning Lizardmen and playing Empire. Okay, so I can either do Demons of Chaos or I can do Nurgle. But he's playing Empire, so I don't feel like Demons is going to be that great. I think I would rather do Nurgle than Demons against Empire. Yeah, I'm feeling some Nurgly goodness. I shall take Nurgle. Alright, so we're gonna do Grandfather Nurgle. I'm gonna put up... I'm not actually gonna bother putting up my army blocker because it's out of region, and if out of region cares enough to try and, like, cheat, and you know what, he can just have it. He's so goddamn good at this game that I am not expecting anything good to happen here. Alright, so against Empire, I think we're gonna want... So we'll take Kugoth. Stream of Corruption would be good. I think Fleshy Abundance will be good. Curse of the Leper is a really good spell, because melee damage reflection is actually quite strong. But I don't think it's that good against Empire. We can also get rid of... I don't need Plague Father's Oration, Nurgling Tide, or Virulent Contagion. We can get rid of all those. Kugoth over Tarmakon? Do you think Tarmakon would be better? I mean, I feel like against Empire, I like having a strong artillery presence to, like, kind of force him to come to me. And allowing me to kind of just, like, swarm 1 or 2 points and just sit on them. And I feel like Tarmakon's just gonna get absolutely ripped apart by shooting, to be honest. I feel like Curse of the Leper is pretty decent against... No, I feel like if I was playing anyone but Outer Region, I could go with Curse of the Leper, but I feel like against Outer Region it's gonna be pointless. Then let's do... let's get Pestigors. Maybe... Might want to hide screen? Nah, we're playing out of region. I'm not going to worry about hiding my screen. That's unnecessary. I'm also going to bring the Noxbringer so I can delete some of his shooting. Am I allowed to have both of them? Actually, Nurgle. Yes. Okay, yeah. I'm allowed to. Okay, I can have them. All right. Then let's do maybe just some Marauders. I feel like one unit of Chosen would not go astray, but I mean, I could try. I could do Forsaken maybe. So these guys bring Swarm of Flies, which is quite nice. So why don't we bring the Demon Spew, and then we can bring like 2 units of Marauders. And then for our summons, I definitely want the Angels of Decay. And then give me some Plague Drones. I'll also take some Chaos Furies. I feel like maybe some Chosen could be good. Oh, Sadie's about to start barking, I think. What? Plague Ogres, maybe? Bark. What? What, Sadie? I feel like I should have some Cav. Bile Trolls have a really nice contact effect, but I don't know if that matters against White Empire. I should have some Chaos Warhounds, so I have some like fast stuff that can like chase off units. Or maybe Plague Toads, because Plague Toads have anti-infantry, which is quite nice.
Another wretched foul lizard thing joins the red host.
I feel like Plague Toads would probably be smarter.
Cursed Sotek spawn.
Yo.
Also hard to go wrong with Marauder Axe Thrower Cav. I feel like I'm not that good versus with Axe Throwers. But you could be onto something. Maybe something like this. So two Axe Thrower in reserve. We've got 2 Plague Ogres with great weapons in case he goes like Cav spam. So we'll have some like anti-large in our back pocket. We've got Plague Drones, which are like super good at just tearing up most things. I feel like I want more Forsaken though. Like Furies are super good to deal with like if there's a lot of guns. Yeah, I don't actually think I want the Marauder Horsemen, to be honest. I think I'd rather have Forsaken and Dogs, maybe? Yeah, I feel like this is gonna be better. So we've got a nice variety of things in our back pocket. Like we've got a good mix. We've got some like armor piercing anti-infantry toads. We've got some plague drones, which are like super duper awesome versus literally everything. We've got plague ogres in case we need anti-large, extra Forsaken, chaos warhounds and furies if we need something fast to get onto enemy ranged units. Though maybe instead of dogs we take another unit of marauders to give us something a little oofier. Yeah, I think just a unit of Marauders is actually fine. If I could get like 2 Nurglings, I would have done that, but I can't afford it. All right, I think this is good. I think we're gonna get absolutely massacred, but this will this will be good enough. In PvP, how much do you value unit XP? If I'm not playing Domination, I think having good unit XP can be really solid. In Domination, a lot of the value of your units comes from your ability to resummon them. Unless you're just absolute god tier at keeping a certain unit alive. So like if it's like a big single entity, having extra chevrons can be kind of helpful. But I would say generally speaking, when you're dealing with when you're playing Dom, it's better to not have all those extra chevrons, because the problem with all those extra chevrons is that they I think we actually kind of want to focus more on this objective, because there's less like just junk to get in our way. Okay, how big is his starting army? He has 14 units. Oh my god, so he's like, he's got like the man tide. So I don't think we're gonna go for a triple cap. I think we're mainly gonna focus on just going for like a double cap and then just sitting on objective 1 probably, or no, it'd be better for us to sit on objective, well, probably objective 1 and then try and go for value. Oh boy, this is gonna be suffering is what this is gonna be. Yeah, because his stuff is gonna be like super just cheap spam, which cheap spam I find very intimidating. Alright. He's ready, I'm ready, let's do this shit. So we've got, oh god, it's just like war wagons everywhere. Alright, he's got a Boris Toddbringer on a Griffin. Lots of war wagons. We're gonna go ahead and start popping them. I'm gonna focus on Noxbringer trying to drain their ammo. He's got a lot of spears. Bring some lads over this way. Get Kugoth to start firing off some shots. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get aggressive. That's the best thing for us to do in this scenario. Alright, and then over here, I'm gonna summon in some flyers to harass Boris. We're also gonna bring in some Furies to start getting on enemy ranged units. I think we're just gonna focus mainly on overcasting Stream of Corruption. Get on those Pistoliers. Plague drones are gonna get on Toddy. Alright, you're gonna head over this way, and we're gonna start focusing over here. Yeah, I need those Plague Ogres sooner rather than later. Bring my Furies back. Bring you guys back. Do one of these.
sensible location.
Let's get some more Forsaken. Plague drones up in the air. I don't know what I'm gonna do against all this range, dude. This is like my nightmare. Bring the Furies in. We should probably summon some Marauders out here. All of his stuff is like really nicely far apart too. Be useful. I really want those Plague Ogres. Yeah, let's go ahead and run over here. I'm gonna send them after these Empire Knights.
Come on.
I need to start getting on all these enemy ranged units. Actually, no, y'all can do that. Daddy needs Plague Ogres. I'll go ahead and start healing myself. There we go. Yeah, I don't have nearly enough shit, dude. And I timed that as badly as I possibly could have. Cool beans, cool beans. I should have banned Empire. I hate fighting Empire. Okay, so we're gonna let Kugoth fall back. Noxbringer's just gonna keep doing what he can. Yeah, thank you, I'm aware. Yeah, mass shooting. I do not know how to deal with mass shooting. See, I need to get Kugoth like into the actual fight. I'm treating him too much like an artillery piece. I probably should have gone demons and just gone for the well, no, because that wouldn't have really helped, to be honest. Yeah, I need to get Kugoth like into the fight. All this shooting is so toxic, dude. Yeah, I needed to be a lot more aggressive than I was. Get some more heals on Kugoth, just to make sure he's in good shape. Get some toads on the way. Okay, Noxbringer went down finally. Oh, I'm taking so much damage. I don't have an answer for the war wagons. No, don't move. Yeah, I think we could just dip out.
You have been bested.
I knew that was going to be basically impossible. Yeah, nothing did well. Kugat did okay. Some of the beastmen did okay. I don't know. I just don't know how to deal with mass shooting. Every time I've ever faced mass shooting, I lose. Like, it's like a guaranteed thing. Like, if I could I would have needed Lizardmen, but even with Lizardmen, I don't know if I could have dealt with that. Like, I think what I probably should have done is I probably should have gone demons. Or demons. I probably should have picked beastmen. That's what I should have done. I should have gone beastmen, demons, lizardmen. Because if I could have taken beastmen, I think I could have had a more effective... I could have run like a Morgar build that's a lot better designed against mass shooting spam. Because you can contest war wagons with Centaurs, I think. I don't know if they got too over nerfed. In the most recent nerfs to where they're like struggling, but to my understanding, beastmen are still pretty good. Yeah, either that or like I should have tried to answer mass spam with mass spam. Like I could have gone. Maybe I could have gone... I wish Noxbringer was more accurate. I feel like Noxbringer is not as accurate as he should be for how expensive he is. But I could have maybe gone like... This probably would have been a better build overall, actually. Just like looking at this probably would have been a lot better of a build. Though I don't think I'm actually allowed to have that many... Oh no, yeah, I could have taken something like this. Though... I think against war wagons, it might have been better to switch out Pestigors for just shielded marauders. Like I think going 5 shielded marauders probably would have been good of just a lot more missile resistance. But like war wagons are super nasty, particularly because even if you mitigate a lot of their shooting, their charge damage is actually really solid. Sorcerer Lord on Rot Beast and Double Exalted Hero can bully the wagons. Oh, yeah, that could have been a cool idea. You take the, what? So you take the Sorcerer Lord. I feel like, is, when you're going against mass like that, like mass infantry, is it better, do you think, to go Nurgle so you can just spam Stream of Corruptions and like make Stream of Corruption your only spell and just spam the absolute shit out of it? Or is it better to go Death so that you can just Spirit Leech the wagons? Like just keep Spirit Leeching them as much as possible. That's too bad the Rot Beast doesn't give regen. Like, it's good, but, yeah, it's too bad it doesn't give regen. Nurgle and spam cheap spells? Yeah, oh yeah, because then you get the healing. Yeah. Yeah, so I think you just run Stream of Corruption. Oh, but the Crown of Everlasting Conquest gives you regen. Oh, that's pretty nice. I don't think Filth Mace would be worth it. Paragon of Decay. I don't think that's... For 150 gold, I don't think 5% is worth it. Yeah, so I could see you run them like this. And then the Double Exalted Hero. Do you run... For the Double Exalted Hero, do you just run them on Chaos Steed, or do you also run them on Rot Beast? Because the Rot Beast is just better stats at the cost of 20 armor. and 3 speed. Bare bones on horse? Yeah, just to save value. Festering. Oh, wow. 10% missile resist. Okay, that's actually not bad. Melee damage reflection is also super annoying. Yeah, so just like 2 of these. I don't think I'd run them both with Festering Shroud. Well, maybe I would against Empire. I mean, extra 10% missile resist to everything around them is not shabby. And then you could just run them with like Marauder spam. So you just have like the numbers on the battlefield along with Forsaken. So maybe like something like that. So you just have like a shitload of bodies. While your main force runs, or while your hero squad runs around just popping war wagons and stuff. And then you can use your reinforcing army to do more like Vanguard stuff. So I'd probably like drop all the plague drones because I don't think plague drones against Empire is worth it. And maybe take some more Pestigors. Maybe like 1 unit of Plague Ogres. And then you'd probably want like 1 big summon as well, like 1 big ugly sticky thing that comes up and is like really hard to get rid of, like maybe chosen with shields. So like if there's 1 point where you're like, I gotta hold this point, you're able to bring them out, and then you could do like another unit of these guys in the background. I think this would have been a way better build. Because this would have given us a really good answer for a lot of the stuff going on. The only thing I feel like this build would have still struggled a bit with would have been like mass cavalry. But I think if people are doing mass war wagons, they're probably not also going to run mass cav. It's going to be one or the other. And the character squad, these guys on horses are like deceptively fast. For Nurgle, which is pretty good. Actually, you don't have to do Festering Shroud on both. If you're going to run them together, you could drop Festering Shroud on one of them. Which would give me 3... It would give me a little more gold back. The ROR Rottenize is what I bring for a big thing. Think so? Oh, they're so expensive, though. Like... Yes, you're correct. They are a big thing. You know what? They'd probably be better than the Plague Ogres, actually. It'd probably be better to bring the Rotting Riders instead of the Plague Ogres. And that just gives you like 1 big fat boy sitting in your or sitting in your summon pool. Yeah, I think something like this would have worked nice. I think something like this would have worked really nice. Like, Nurgling, so you have some additional, like, just, like, staying power. You got your maxed out Marauders, maxed out Forsaken, 3 Pestigors for the Vanguard deployment armor piercing, Plague Toads to just get a lot of anti-infantry on the field, and then you've got Rotting Riders as, like a last, like, a big fuck you thing to try and kill Boris or whatever general they're gonna have. It's interesting that he had Boris and a Life Wizard. I wonder what that was. That almost feels like overkill. All right. Yeah, that our game was super fast, so it's probably going to be a hot minute. All right, so the third game is going to be another Conquest match. And then the 4th game is Domination. And then the 5th game, and then it's on to the semifinals if we have enough points. Oh, Lore of Life for the army heal. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so I think I'll actually save this as. Wait, what? Yeah, save army preset. Yes, I did lose against Outer Region, which is not surprising. That's like that's like saying man put hand in fire and was burned. Like that's that's the amount of surprise you should have to that. Brother Red, thank you for the 29 months, by the way. It really helped. Is Outer Region top 10? Here, let's see. Total Tavern. We want leaderboard. Let's see. Is Outer Region up here somewhere? Yeah, Outer Region is number 14 currently on Total Tavern. Hitman Hippo is number 11. Jesus. Okay. Okay, we're just waiting for Mav Sloth and whoever stepped in for Dov to finish their game. Unfortunately, this tournament doesn't count for Total Tavern because I think because it has I don't know why they're not doing it on Total Tavern. It's a little crazy to me that anyone still uses Challenge, but that's just me, I guess. Our region being in the tournament is borderline sandbagging. It's very funny. I mean, it's good to fight really good players from time to time. They're gonna kick the shit out of you, but it's how you learn things. Can you post a YouTube link? Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. Just don't post anything like super nasty, or else you'll be banned forever. Oh yeah, I know Outer Region. Like, Outer Region has been one of the GOATs for years now. Oh my good lord, I have so much shit I still have to do today. I've got 2 days until I leave for Scotland, and I have not started packing yet. Oh, okay. So, Sloth won his game. All right, so there's a very good chance we're probably gonna fight either Guillama TV or Human Boy Yes Yes. Most likely. We're just waiting for the... Okay, we're up against Guillama TV. I'm not familiar with this person. That is not a name I think I've heard before. Message. Hello there. And let's see. I am top bracket. And we're also playing Conquest on Eschen. Conquest Eschen. Now we just wait for Guillermo to pop in. And I'm top bracket, so my pick ban is pick Lizardmen, Nurgle, Beastmen. We'll spice it up a little. And then ban. I have no idea who this guy is, so I'm just gonna ban Empire. So I already fought Empire. I don't want to fight Empire again. Guy or gal. Granted, the Total War Warhammer multiplayer scene is rather male dominated, but you never know. You're right. You never know. I could do Kislev as well. I do actually know a pretty fun Kislev build that I chatted with Anticity about. Oh, hey, we should do a giveaway. That's a thing. So apparently, Creative Assembly is from a polite distance moderating this tournament. So they have apparently they're going to be offering some keys for Total War Warhammer DLCs that you don't have. So here's how this is going to work. Because doing a giveaway on YouTube is I don't even know how to do that. Because I would have to wait, can I actually attach Nightbot to my YouTube? I don't think I can. No, I don't know how to do that. So, okay, here's what we're gonna do. Because I'm kind of lazy, so you have to bear with me. Oh, global ban. Oh, wait, do both players get a global ban? Oh, yeah. Oh, so there's two bans. What else, I guess? I didn't do global bans my first two matches. Global ban dwarfs. Okay, cool. Well, I don't know how to play dwarfs, so that's fine. Oh no, dude, I'm Ostankia if I play Kislev. I'm team Ostankia, all in. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. Oh, he's picking high elves, banning lizardmen. Ooh. Picking high elves, banning lizardmen. So I could play Beastmen or Nurgle versus high elves. High elves are not that great. But I also personally am not that great. So we haven't played Beastmen Day, so Beastmen? I'll take Beastie Boys. Alright, yeah, we'll take Beastmen. Alright, let me pull up the fruit rules for Beastie Boys. Dude, I have not played High Elves, I think, since Warhammer 2. Yeah, corn gores are gonna be pretty beefy. Okay, I definitely want to take Morgar. Because I do love me some Morgar. We'll also take a Bray Shaman. What lore do we want? What lore do we want versus High Elves? Shadow is pretty good. Wild is pretty good. Traderkin's basically fucking, Flock of Meta. Yeah, Flock, can't go wrong with Flock of Meta, can you? Yeah, I'm fine with that, actually. So we'll do Flock of Doom. We'll just slap him on a Tuskor Chariot. I don't know though. If I go wild, I could just run Traderkin, right? Yeah, I think I'd actually rather go wild with just Traderkin. Man, I'll tell y'all what. I so badly want CA to add an upgraded cast version of Savage Dominion that lets you summon a Gorgon. Okay, definitely want Corn Gores against High Elves. How many Corn Gores am I allowed to have? I can have 4. So we're gonna run 4 Corn Gores. Oh, am I allowed to have maximum of 4 march units per army? Okay. Yeah, I feel like Corn Gores just poop on High Elves. We also want some Ungor Raiders. We want some Cynagors with throwing axes. We're gonna get some. When you say standard Gores, do you mean Goreherd with shields, or do you mean Goreherd dual weapons? Let's also get some. I think the Butchers of Kalkengard would be good. The dual weapon Gores, okay. Grab some of those. Maybe some Cynagors with great weapons? Actually, let's grab one more of these. So we could either do a unit of Cynagors with great weapons to kind of guard our Cynagors with throwing axes. Or we could do some Razor Gores. I don't think Razor Gores would be worth it if we only have one. Wonder if one unit of Bestigors is worth it. I can't afford them. they're too rich for my blood. I think one unit of Cynagors with great weapons could be good. That way I kind of have a unit to body block for my throwing axes in case he's got like some faster cavalry. Because the only other thing I could think would either be double Harpy, or also I want to have a cool color. I'm gonna be. I'll go Slaughterhorn. Yeah, I think that'll work. That gives us a good amount of range. We have some good anti-infantry. We have a shitload of anti-large. Jabberslide, I can't afford it. Jabberslide is too expensive. I think this is pretty good. If he's got dragons, we've got like a whole lot of Corn Gores to mess him up. And also Cynagors for like harass. We've got Butchers of Kalkengard to like blitz through any like major. The only thing I'm a little worried is I almost feel like I should have a unit of Minotaurs with great weapons. But I think it's also okay to just be like super aggressive. I think this is fine. Alright. Good luck, have fun. I thought Minotaurs haven't been doing that well lately. I don't know. I have no idea. Man, I really wish they'd add Minotaurs of Khorne to Beastmen. It'd be so nice to have more marked variants, especially for Minotaurs. Like being able to pay that extra price to get the better ones. There's no way he just spams archers. If he just spams archers, he will probably die. Some like really bad. Because I just have so much stuff. And we have similarly sized army. Oh my god, so much of this is Vanguard deployment. That's wild. Alright, I do think we want to be pretty goddamn aggressive. So I think we kind of want to get right up in his face as soon as the fight starts. Because okay, I think we're going to kind of layer our army so that we've got like a good mix of infantry to halberds. I'm not even going to worry about the capture point. I'm just going to try and run forward and eat his face. The only thing we got to watch out for is what lore of magic he has to make sure that he doesn't have something that can like really aggressively punish us. It's a shame there's not much forest on this map. I would have liked a lot more forest to work with, to be honest. I can put my Cynagors with great axes over here. So we can kind of do that. Lore of Fire is my guess. Yeah, if it's Lore of Fire, we'll need to stagger our line really quickly to make sure that he doesn't like burning head us and it like melts our face. Are you all the same speed? Yes, you are the same speed. Excellent. Yeah, that would be the only thing we're gonna have to watch out for. Is we're not gonna want him to like melt our face with fucking magic. Okay. Ready. Can someone Forsaken? I think you mean Chaos Spawn. Please don't misidentify my glorious mutant boys. Okay, here we go. Alright, so we're just gonna go right at it. Oh, he's got a Frost Phoenix. He's got Techless. Techless does not have Burning Head. Which is fine with me. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start harassing that bird pretty fast. We're gonna have our Corngors run more around the side. A lot of Reavers, Silverhelms. More Reavers. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and pop a big fat... How much is this to overcast? 18? Okay. Ah, dang it. Run away. Run, flee! Okay, we're gonna start getting to the back line. We're gonna have all of our lads run away. We're gonna summon some Chaos Spawn to block this cab charge. I really want to get Techless and the Phoenix. I'm not gonna be able to do that, but I can do this. Okay, bring Cynagors over this way. Bring these Cynagors over this way. Oh, run away, run away, run away! Okay, my butchers are gonna get messed up. That's okay. Spawn are being annoying. Am I netted? I think I am. Okay, nice. We punched through here. Gonna have the archers start focusing techless. Good. We turned another one of these units here. We're gonna get them on these archers to be really annoying. I'm gonna have my guy here. Pop another traitor kin there. Why don't we just charge techless? Let's make life easier. These, no, those are silver helms. Get the silver helms. Okay, we're gonna fall back. Just keep them busy. Morgars just living life. I'm gonna bring these corn gores over this way. Make sure they shatter. We're gonna turn this off so I can get some more casts. Y'all are gonna throw more axes at Silverhelm. Oh wait, those are just literally in reavers. Okay, whatever. Let's axe more bird. Did these spearmen take forever to break, dude? See if I can get on techless here. Okay, we got corngers on the bird. All you lads, get back over here. Okay, I got another traitor kin. Let's pop it right there, so I can get techless and the bird. We're gonna run over this way. Go chase down these guys to make sure they don't rally. Morgar's gonna go after the bird. We're gonna swarm all of the enemy infantry. Want y'all on the enemy cavalry. Alright, wizard's doing wizard business. He is not paying attention to us, so we're gonna do a big fat rear charge here. Techless is killing himself. You come back this way. You fall back. Archers, why don't y'all grab that point just so I have it. Run, run, flee, flee. They shut down all these damn archers. Okay, let's go harass techless. Morgar's doing Morgar shenanigans. Pop another traitor kin. Run away. If that Phoenix could just break and die. Yeah, get out of here. Cool. That's lovely. I love that. Okay, y'all chase them off. Actually, go harass that Phoenix. Okay, we're gonna make sure that Phoenix doesn't come back. Alright, we got this. We got this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Morgar can solo pretty much everything left on the battlefield, as long as that bird doesn't come back. So we're gonna let our Brave Shaman just chase off the enemy archers. Yeah, that thing's got one leadership. Oh shit. Hey, it's dead. Okay, cool. And he's got no more ranged units. Okay, fuck the capture point. Don't need it. Let's go shoot shit. Those Silvering Guard are sticky. That's not very nice. Yeah, Morgar can solo the rest of this. Yep, there's army losses. Yay, tourney game 3. I'm apparently much better at Conquest than I am at Dumb. But who could say? Yeah, Morgar did what Morgar does. He was an unkillable annoyance and made sure I didn't lose my leadership bonus, even though he didn't really do a lot. Wizard! Oh my good god, dude. GG, my man. Holy sweet mother of wizard value. God damn. Almost 1900 gold value. Gores did pretty well. Paid for themselves, generally. Corn Gores, for the most part, didn't do super great, but they were up against Silvering Guard for the most part, which isn't a favorable matchup for them. Though they did trade up into Silvering Guard, I would say. This one got a lot of good value. Archers did terrible, but I also didn't micro them very well. Centaurs did pretty well. Butcher Cauldron Guard got killed really fast. So our wizard did a lot of heavy lifting. The Phoenix did not get good value at all, but I think the Phoenix probably got most of its value through debuffs. Spearmen all did okay. Silvering Guard did... I mean, Silvering Guard didn't get their value. They killed a shitload of guys, but didn't really get their value. This unit of Illyrian Reavers got 1100 value. Holy shit. Silverhelms did pretty good. Lathered Sea Guard did pretty good. This Lathered Sea Guard, 1200 value. Very, very good. Yeah. Alright, I need to let... I won my match with Giamma. Surprised I didn't chase the caster harder with the bird. Yeah, I mean, that probably would have been the best play, but also, like, I had so many Corn Gores around, it was much easier for me to just... I would have preferred if he had been chasing it, because I could have just popped into some of my Corn Gore units, or better yet, tried to, I think it would have given me a better scenario in some places. Like I think he did a fairly good job targeting. The biggest issue with his army is he just didn't have a way to deal with Morgar. Like the only thing in his army I think that had an okay chance of killing Morgar was the bird, but he didn't really have any good like damaging units except for the Phoenix. I feel like I don't know how he would have killed Morgar, to be honest. I feel like Morgar would have been borderline unkillable for him, because he didn't have a Fire Phoenix, he didn't have a Dragon, he didn't have any good single target damage spells. Like I feel like Morgar would have been an absolute nightmare for him to deal with. Yeah, Traitor Cannon is super good. Like that is just a really, really effective damage spell. against cavalry and single entities. Super duper good spell. Plus, giving vigor back to your army every time you cast is quite nice. Though I wonder if the Bestial Surge is actually worth it when you're running just Traderkin because it's so expensive. I wonder if that's actually worth it, or if it's better to drop the lore passive to put money on something else. I was watching your match too much and I crashed my ship. Oops. That's what happens when you look at your phone and drive. This content is not available. What content are you talking about? Oh, let's do a giveaway because I gotta do 3 of these. All right, so we're gonna do a giveaway. The way this is gonna work is you have to be on Twitch. You have to be in the Twitch chat. You don't have to say anything, but you gotta be in the Twitch chat. Oh, the GIF is broken again. I don't know why what's wrong with it. It's being very annoying. So if you want a free key to a Total War Warhammer DLC of your choice, provided by Creative Assembly, thanks to the organizer Hitman Hippo, if you would please pop over to Twitch chat, because it doesn't work well on YouTube chat. And we're gonna do it the good old-fashioned way, which is it's gonna be a keyword. And it's just gonna be exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. See, we did Beastman, so exclamation mark beast. Let's do exclamation mark beast. Not you little shits. And I'll give y'all like 30 seconds. Five, thank you for the super chat. Loremaster of Sotek, it is time. Unleash the Fishmen. Oh, dude, that would be the most funny thing. Just walk up to a tournament and just unleash a brand new faction no one else has ever seen before. That's the real way to win a tournament. That's how a man wins a tournament. Can I ask for the Slanesh DLC in the giveaway? Sadly, that is not currently an option. Yeah, exclamation mark beast. And if you've already entered it, don't enter it again. It will get mad at you for spamming. I will give another 10 to 20 seconds. Sotek competitive arc? Well, unfortunately, I'm about to go on vacation. But when I get back from vacation, I really enjoy Total War multiplayer, despite the fact that sometimes I get salty when I get the shit kicked out of me. But for the most part, I really enjoy it. And I'd like to play a lot more. I really would like to play quite a bit more. All right, 10. Oh, dude, I watch all of Turin's streams. Like, anytime Turin runs a tournament or Anticity runs a tournament, I'd probably say 8 times out of 10 I'm in the chat. I just don't say anything most of the time. But I'm usually there. All right, 10, 9, 8, exclamation mark beast, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Greenie, hey, congratulations, Greenie 3x3. Always nice to see a regular come out on top. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing, my dudes. I have 3 keys, and we've got potentially only 1 more game. So why don't, while we're waiting, why don't we go ahead and do another giveaway? So I'm going to kick Greenie out, because Greenie already won. Greenie, if you would send me a DM of which DLC you want. So let's do another one. Let's do another one. Once again, you don't need to type if you already did. If you have already entered, you do not need to enter again. Okay? If you've already won, or if you've already entered, don't do it again. But if it is !beast. Good lord, everyone else is taking forever. So if you were not here for the first one, then now is your chance to get in on the second one. And then we'll do the last one after the next game. Once again, it is !beast. I'm so nervous but excited about my trip. Like, I'm excited, but I've never left my dog for this long. Like, the longest I've ever been gone since I got Sadie is... in Twitch chat only. It's Twitch chat only, sadly, because I don't know how the fuck to get Nightbot on YouTube, because YouTube chat is bitchy. I don't know how to do giveaways on YouTube chat. Because I'm dumb. I apologize. So if you want it, you have to go over to Twitch chat and do it. And you can blame me for that because I'm stupid. And I don't understand how to do giveaways on YouTube. I'm sure there's a way. I just need to figure out how to do it. That reminds me, there's a physical thing I need to give away. I will give you about another 30 seconds. So if I write first time, I can't now, correct? I mean, you could, but it's not gonna help you. What the hell is your name? Four something? Yeah, I see you. You're in it. You're in. Yeah, I think most giveaways I've seen on YouTube are like Marble Race, which I wonder how you connect that to your chat, because you have to connect that to your chat in order for that to work. Huh. You forgot Zotes are on the Lisbon roster? They're not. So I'm not. What? They're only on the Wood Elf roster. You can't take Zotes with lizards. See, they'd be right here. No Zotes. All right, 10! Exclamation mark beast. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pow! Kemi Sumo, who got in here just at the last minute. Kami Sumo, congratulations. Please send me a DM on Discord with a Total War Warhammer DLC of your choice. And we will do one more giveaway after our next match, which we are up against Hitman Hippo, because God hates me. I'm gonna fight. They're really gonna force me. They're really gonna force me to fight all the best players today, because God is cruel.
Like Lord is cheered.
All right, your
Hope
top
you had
bracket.
a good trip. Do you plan to go to the GW store in Edinburgh?
Yes. No. What? No. Why would I go to the Edinburgh store? I'm gonna go to Warhammer World in Nottingham. Biofoot, you inspired me to book tickets to a performance that I want to see and visit some friends while I'm at it. I was on the fence about it, but your trip to Scotland was a sign. I just had to go through with it. Oh, that's great, Biofoot. Listen, here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? This is something that I learned from my folks, which is that it's really easy, I think, to always be like, well, I should never do anything because things are expensive. Yeah. But you gotta live your life, man. Like the point of money is to use it to enjoy experiences, because you're only gonna live once. Like, you know, obviously don't make like irrational, stupid decisions that are gonna make you lose your house. Don't do anything like that. But like, if you have the opportunity to go out and do something fun, like see a concert or play in a game tournament or go to a convention or something, and it's not gonna kill you, you should go. You should go. All right, I'm just waiting for Hitman Hippo to get the lobby up. Or I guess I'll put the lobby up. I guess I'll put the lobby up. And it is a, honestly, I wish I had gotten to fight. I think I would have preferred to have fought Hitman Hippo and Outer Region on the Conquest maps, because then they would have been at least, it would have been at least a little more like
when I went over in 2023,
unusual.
I happened to notice that Kiss was playing in London while I was there. It was an awesome show.
Ooh, nice. Let's kick ass, dude. Edge of the Darkwood. What a weird map. Okay. Hitman Hippo. I hope y'all are ready to see my teeth get kicked out of my asshole, because that's what's gonna happen. What if you already have all the DLCs? Can I get a future one they haven't announced yet? That is unfortunately not how it works. No, Kami, DM me on Discord. You can join our Discord super easy, and my DMs are always open. Yeah, I hope y'all are ready to see me just get absolutely railed live on YouTube/Twitch.tv. If you've ever wanted to see Loremaster of Sotek get turned inside out, now's your chance. Because Hitman Hippo is ranked number 11 globally. Global ban Slanesh. Oh. I shall global ban. What else? Fuck what else? So now he picks 3, bans 1. Which, he's gonna be a jerk and ban Lizardman. Knowing him. Yeah, so he banned Slanesh, I banned What Elves, now he picks 3, bans 1, then I pick 1, ban 1, and then he picks, and then we go. Maybe I should run that Kislev build.
Joins the red host. Cursed Sotek spawn.
If he bans lizards, I think I might take that Lizardman build. Or the Kislev build. Oh, he banned Warriors of Chaos. Wow, how generous. So he picked Beastmen, Bretonia, and Demons of Chaos. And he banned Warriors of Chaos. Okay, so I'll pick Lizardmen. Ban... I think I'll ban Bretonia. I don't want to deal with the Green Knight, I don't think.
Got rear-end yesterday after getting sushi for late night dinner, and I realize I gotta live life to the fullest and letting myself fall to slunch.
What does that say? Got rear-ended yesterday after getting sushi for late night dinner. I realized I gotta live life to the fullest and letting myself fall to slash. Okay, now see, I feel like the sensible way to read that message is you mean you got rear-ended in a car accident. but a part of me feels like, a part of me is wondering if you're suggesting that you got the other kind of rear-ended because you specifically brought up Living Life by Slanesh. That sucks, dude. I hope you're okay, though. I assume you mean it in the the more tragic sense. Otherwise, nice, good for you. Okay, so now Hitman Hippo has to pick between Demons of Chaos or Beastmen. It looks like Hitman Hippo is going Demons. Demons? Interesting. Demons. How dare you flatten me? Just in time for Hitman to also flat. Oh no, he's going with Beastmen. God damn it, I was hoping he'd go Demons. I was like, oh, I can totally deal with Demons. Beastmen. Fuck. Okay, Beastmen are actually kind of tricky. Beastmen. Because if he went Demons, I was gonna try and go Krokgar, but I feel against Beastmen. Alright, I think we want Maz. I think a Scar veteran on Cold One would be smart. Fucking Beastmen, dude. Beastmen are nasty. Pterodons are pretty good. I don't think I need that many in my starting army. Solar Engine's pretty good. I really like this little trio of the Bastillodon, the Gelp. Oh wait, I don't. Am I allowed to have more? How many single entities can I have? I can have 4, but I can only have 3 monsters. Okay, so I can do this. No, that doesn't give me enough bodies on the ground. Maz and Dreadsword. You know what? That's actually probably the. I think you're right. I think that's actually probably the best play. Is just try to monster mash. I think monster mash is generally a good idea versus good players. So I think if we do Mazdamundi, the Dread Saurian, then we reinforce with just like ass loads of skinks. Some Saurus would be smart. Probably Spearosaurus, actually. And then for the reinforcing army, I think we go Pterodons, Salamanders, Cold One Spears, Feral Cold Ones, A Rev Crystal. Skink Skirmishers. Should I do Chameleon Skink? No, I think Skink Skirmishers is fine. Skink with Javelins. I think this will work. Feral cold ones are overkill, you think? Hold on, I have to check the Lizardman limit rules about variants. Greenskins, Hiles, Corn, Kislev, Lizardman. Okay, so I'm maxed out on regular skinks. But I could take some chameleon skinks. There's 200 gold left, but you don't necessarily want to use it. I think this is pretty good. It gives us a shitload of skinks of like different kinds. Actually, maybe switch out these for chameleon stalkers, perhaps. Gives us something a little more melee centric. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 360 units, which is our max. We've got 3 single entities, which is our max. Well, for this kind of single entity. We got 5 skink melee. We can have up to 6 ranged cavalry, which for some reason salamanders count as for some stupid reason. Okay, yeah, this looks good. Regiment of Renown, red crested screens. Oh yeah, that probably was smart. What is this deployment zone? The fuck? Yeah, ROR red crested skinks probably would have been smart, but it's fine, it's whatever. Committed stalkers can be really good if he ends up being like big on Ungors, because they can get around the back pretty well and like really mess things up. I think a lot of people actually sleep on chameleon stalkers. Yeah, a part of me kind of wishes I'd taken some Croxagors to get the Scrox bonus. Oh, he has a lot of units on the field. Okay. All right, we're gonna be fairly aggressive. I think we're mostly gonna focus on the second point. We can send 1 skink unit over to the 3rd point, though we do want to be cautious with that because more than likely he's gonna have something hiding in the forest over there that's gonna pop out and try and slap our butt really hard. But the nice thing with this build is I have very little to micro, so that's cool. We can also summon a unit of skink skirmishers like right at the start to protect our skinks over here, which I think will be probably a good play. Though actually, it may be better summoning a unit of pterodons instead, actually. Actually, no, stalkers. Yeah, I think stalkers would actually be good for this. All right, he is ready. Let's go. Y'all in a group. Y'all in a group. Okay, we've got more Malagor up in the air. Let's go ahead and bring out some stalkers. Okay, we've got double Centaur throwing axes. So we're definitely gonna want some Pawhawk Sentinels sooner rather than later. Oh, so many Centaurs. Okay, we're gonna have our skinks and stalkers kind of just camp point over here. I'm gonna wait to get the Pawhawk Sentinels. I want him to hold still. We need to start getting aggressive. Okay, I need... Dude, I hate fighting super big fast armies like this. I didn't get my drop rocks off. That was super wasted. Now, I don't think I necessarily have the skill. Yeah, I'm not gonna have the skill to win this. Like, the thing about really good players is really good players are all about using lots and lots and lots of just spam garbage. Like, lots of range, lots of spam. And if you're like me, you're not good at dealing with it. It's just too many things you have to pay attention to all at once. Okay, my job right now is just to avoid getting triple capped. Like, his stuff is so spread out, I don't even know where to, like, go. Okay, we're gonna get more skink skirmishers. Let Mazdamundi just have fun. Okay. I need to have my skinks just keep up a thing around me. Okay, so I need to have my skinks be a shield. It's insane how many fucking things he can have. You're gonna go over here. You're gonna go this way. This is as good of a banishment as any, in my opinion. No, 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 come back, run, run, run! Oh my god, I take so much damage on those charges. Yeah, he's just boxing in all of my reinforcements. We're just gonna do some harass on Malagor, because that's all we really can do. Alright, I need to bring these two back here to free up my deployment zone. Really wish I had Ripperdactyls. I should have brought Ripperdactyls. No, there's no point summoning the salamanders, because the second I summon the salamanders, he's just gonna immediately jump on them, and I'm not gonna be able to do anything about it, and they're just gonna die. All right, I need to save up my value for a bit, because the problem is he just has me so heavily outnumbered that I don't really have like a good way to respond. So I just need to save up value so I can summon a bunch of stuff at once. That's gonna be the best way to deal with this. Apotheosis myself. So we're just not gonna summon for a minute. Because if I could bring out multiple units at once, that's gonna make my life a lot easier. That was pretty good. And now we start bringing out stuff. See if I can. Alright, I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna punish Malagor, because Malagor landed on the ground. I've got him netted. We're gonna get our pterodons up in the air. Have them shoot Malagor. Okay, we got some really good damage on him. That got his attention. All right. I think I actually managed to trick him a little bit with that. That was a good play. I'm really proud of that. All right, we're gonna bring the Rev Crystal out. I need to start getting on points. Fucking hate those chariots so much, dude. Alright, over here, I need stalkers. Ooh, Minotaurs are great weapons. Yeah, I don't have the micro to deal with this. I just don't. And I kind of, this was probably not a very good strategy for this map. Because the problem with this map especially is that it's so fucking big, dude. Like, I really don't like how big this map is. Everything is so far apart. Yeah, no, there's like no fucking way we're gonna be able to win this. Like, there's not even a chance in hell. Like, I got one really good play where I nearly killed Malagor, but that's it. Because I think the only realistic way I could have done anything to him was that I would have needed, to, might as well just try and kill Malagor just for funsies. The big issue is I would have needed to have enough micro to like really effectively like punish all this different stuff, and I'm not that player, dude. Like I just Beastmen, Empire, all that stuff's kind of in the same boat, you know. But if I'm lucky, I lose the tournament here, and I can go start packing for my trip. Because in my opinion, that's the biggest cutoff point that makes Total War feel like impossible. For players, is when you go up against a good player, they just take mass fucking garbage and there's nothing you can do about it. Like, I don't think it matters what build I take. I do not think there's any way whatsoever I can beat Hitman Hippo in this at all. I don't think it's possible. On Dom. I think there's a chance I could beat Hitman Hippo in like Conquest. I think there are ways that I could get lucky with a counter pick. But in Domination, you can't counterpick against mass spam. With a good player, you just can't. It's literally impossible. Like Mazda Mundi and the Dread Saurian got really good value, but that doesn't matter. Against good players. Because I don't have the micro to simultaneously fight him and capture objectives. I think if this was Conquest, I could maybe beat him. But in Dom, there's literally no fucking way. Because, like, a lot of his units didn't even get that good of value, but I couldn't afford to fight him in any particular one place. Yeah, like, none of his units really got very good value, to be honest, but he didn't need good value because he just dominated the objectives. Yeah, I mean, I am not upset about that loss because I genuinely believe there is nothing I could have done. I genuinely believe that was impossible. Because the only thing I could have done was sat on one objective. But the problem was I couldn't even do that. Because when I was trying to sit on one objective, he just swarmed my summons area. Like he swarmed my area where I summoned units, and I couldn't do anything. Because the Senegor Beastmen are super nasty and Empire would have been the same exact thing. Empire would have been just as bad. And Wood Elves would also be just as bad. Because what they do is they take a mixture of a hard-hitting cavalry unit and shooting missile units. And the problem is there's when you're up against someone with good micro, they micro so well that you can't get a hold of the melee cav without getting shot to shit by the range cav. And if you're trying to chase the range cav, the melee cav come and hit you in the rear or the flank. Because if you're watching that, every single time I was about to get on his Centaurs or something, his chariots would come and hit me in the back. And there's just nothing I could do. Like, I don't even think it would have mattered what race I played, to be honest. I think I could have played literally any faction and I would have gotten absolutely rolled in that fight. But there's a moderate chance we make it to the finals. Or the semifinals. Because we're currently at 0 points. Along with Human Boy Yes Yes, Guillama TV, and the Mav Sloth. So Human Boy Yes Yes is fighting Outer Region. That match probably favors Outer Region. In which case, I'm not sure how it's going to do a tiebreaker, because if he loses, then me and him will have the exact same score. So I don't know how that's going to tiebreak. If the Mav Sloth beats Sun Tzu, he will definitely go to the semis. And if Guillaume beats whoever stepped in for Dov, he will definitely go to the semis. Okay, yeah. So if Guillaume and Mav Sloth win their games, then we're out. Like we're done. If Sun Tzu, or if Mav Sloth loses, or if Guillaume loses, then we're probably in the semis. Yeah, I have no idea what I would have done that game. Like, I felt... The only thing I can think is that maybe... No, I mean, I got really good value on my... I think it was just the map. Like, that map is... I hate how big that map is. I think if it had been a smaller map, I think we would have been fine. But it's like miles between the different capture points. The only, you know what I wish I had done, or you know what I wish I had solar engines. For my backup army. See, I think this was a bad army. I think the reinforcing army, for me personally, this was a bad army. Because I can't use skinks that well. I think if I had done something like let's see. I think if I had done something like this, we would have been a lot better off. I'm kicking myself that I didn't bring Ripperdactyls. If I had brought Ripperdactyls, I could have instant won that game. If I had just not been stupid. Because with Ripperdactyls, I almost caught Malagor. Like, I really managed to punish the shit out of Malagor. Okay, good. Thank you both for... Oh, let's do the last giveaway. Because there's a pretty good chance I'm not going to the semis. So let's do a last giveaway. We'll do a different command this time. So let's have the keyword this time be exclamation mark. You know what? Since he hosted the tournament and he kicked the absolute shit out of me, let's do exclamation mark hippo. Exclamation mark hippo over on Twitch chat. It's only on Twitch chat, but if you want a free Total War Warhammer DLC provided by Creative Assembly, please go over to Twitch chat and type exclamation mark hippo. Yeah, I think this build versus the Beastman would have been really, really good. Because it gives me like a really nice mix. So let's try and save this as yeah, I wish Tic-Tac-Toe had just like one other little gimmick to let him be better against ground units, because I feel like Tic-Tac-Toe hypothetically could be such a kick-ass hard counter to something like Malagor. He would need to be faster. I wish Tic-Tac-Toe like had 100 or 110 speed or 105. Like if Tic-Tac-Toe was just insanely fast, I feel like he could be a really good counter pick to something like Beastman, where he's like able to snipe wizards, or like if they take a flying character, just eat them for breakfast. But anyway. Okay, so interesting. All right, so Guillaume lost. So since Guillaume lost, that means we might be in the semis. So if the Mav Sloth wins their game, then the Mav Sloth goes up to semis, and then it's a tie between me, Human Boy Yes Yes, and Guillaume, which I have no idea how this thing is gonna handle people that. Well, I guess it would be like who you lost to. So Human Boy lost to Hitman Hippo and Outer Region, which is the exact same people I lost to. So I'm not sure how it's gonna figure out who moves on. How's the Danger of the Gods looking these days? Like my miniature, my computer, or like the Danger of the Gods in Total War Warhammer? I mean, my PC's doing really well. It's still living the good life. I might take it in to just get like some slight tune-ups here soon. No, it's doing good. Water cooling is still working phenomenally well. I should probably change out my water cooling. I haven't changed out the water in it since I got this thing, which was a good few years ago now. I probably need to... There's like a little computer shop I really like near here. I might take it over there and ask them to like drain it and refill it with the proper stuff, and also like just check to make sure everything is working the way it's supposed to. That'd probably be a smart use of my time. I also would like to make some like maybe slight upgrades to it, like maybe add some more RAM. You know what I'd really like to put in my PC is I'd really like to add a I'd really like to add another, what do you call it, storage, the really good storage, the solid state drive. I'd like to add another SSD because I'm pretty sure I have space for 2 and I only have 1. So I think if I could get another SSD, and I think I technically have, I don't know. I need to take it in. I'm not a big computer guy. Like my computer was built by a company that did a really fucking good job. They did an amazing job. Because like it not only looks super good, but I have not had a single problem in years. And like I'm also half tempted to upgrade my graphics card because I have a 3070, I think, which has done really well for me. Like my graphics card has been awesome. I have not played a single game that I've played and streamed that has caused that I haven't played on like the highest graphic setting. But I think, but I mean with the tariffs and shit, I don't know if graphics cards are like impossible now. Okay, brackets are okay, so Mavsloth won. So Mavsloth won their game. So the semis, so either Guillaume, me, or Human Boy Yes Yes is moving on to the semis. Personally, I would be totally fine not moving on to the semis. I would actually be more than happy to like give the slot to Human Boy Yes Yes or Mavsloth. Or actually, I guess since I beat Mavsloth, Mavsloth would be scored below me. Oh no, but Mavsloth won 3 games, so no, Mavsloth is above me. Yeah, right? Oh no, Mavsloth only won 2 games. Oh no, okay, so we're definitely going to semis. Oh well. Oh well. Hopefully I'll just get up against like Outer Region or Hitman Hippo and I can get this over with and move on with my day. I made upgrades to my PC during November, December, and then one more in April. And then a lot of numbers. I do need a new monitor. I do not like my monitor right now. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably not gonna worry too much about upgrades until the whole tariff thing. I don't know what's gonna happen with the tariff stuff, dude. Like, I know people come to streams to kind of get away, to escape from like shit that's going on outside, so I'm not gonna get super into it. But like, holy shit, dude. I don't know what the fuck how that shit's gonna go down or resolve, because the whole thing's just a goddamn mess. Oh god, I really hope that... I feel like it should be Hitman Hippo versus me, and then Outer Region versus whoever the other person is. That way the finals is like the two actually good people versus each other. Well, the two like super fucking good. Oh no, Zerol, it's just like, my worry about getting to the finals is that if I get to the finals, I'm either going to go up against Outer Region and Hitman Hippo, and it's just going to be getting my shit rocked for multiple games in a row, because it's a best of 3, I think. Oh, don't get like, I fucking hate this administration so much. God, if I didn't vote for him. Nintendo Switch 2, $2,000. Yeah. I shit you guys not. I am genuinely half expecting I'm gonna get on that plane on Monday, I'm gonna go to Scotland, and then in 2 weeks when I try to come back, I'm just like, some stupid shit's gonna happen, and I'm like not gonna be able to get back in the country because of some dumbass thing he's done. I am genuinely half expecting that to happen. Sotek is gonna get sent to El Salvador. Where do the semis show up on this? I don't know if Challenge puts them on the same page or if it shows up on a separate tab. Okay, so the semifinals is a domination map. Okay. How long am I in Scotland? 2 weeks. Sotek deported. What do we do with this native-born Texan American citizen? Let's send him back to his home country of Venezuela. Get him out of here. Why am I going to Scotland? Vacation. But to go, I'm also going to be hanging out with Andy Law, who is my co-host on the Lorebeards podcast, and we're going to be doing some in-person stuff. I'm also going to swing by Warhammer World. Ooh, excuse me, to meet with some folks. Mostly vacation, though. Am I visiting Andy? I'm going to be staying with Andy for a good part of my trip. Top 4 is Hitman Hippo, me, Human Boy Outer Region, and I'm up against Hitman Hippo. Nice. Let's get this party rolling. All right, rematch versus Hitman Hippo. So this time I'm gonna ban Beastman, so he can't do it again. If he's gonna kill me twice, he at least has to use different factions. He got me once. He can't get me with the same trick twice. Then he picks Corn. Honestly, I would rather fight Corn than Beastman, because Corn doesn't quite have the same amount of just like obnoxious harass. I don't like fighting Kite, which is unfortunate because Kite is rather unfortunately like the genuinely superior way to play. Like if you're good at Kite play, you have a significant advantage in my opinion. Oh my god, there's so much forest on this map. What the fuck? All right. Who's top bracket? Kite isn't as bad in Dom. Yeah, I mean, you are correct, but Kite with MSU, so many small units, I actually think is like more horrifying in Dom. Because they could be everywhere at once, just capturing all your objectives, and you can't, like, focus on all the stuff that's happening. Whichever. Nah, you can go first. It's fine. I guess, actually, now that you mention it, I think I care less about Dom. And I think I care more, or less about Kite, and I think I care more about MSU. MSU to me is hell, because I just don't have the ability to deal with it. And it's one of those things where it's annoying because the only way to get good at dealing with MSU is to just fight a lot of MSU. Like, the best way to deal with it is to practice. But it sucks to practice against something you hate. Where you're like, doing this is torture. Oh wait, I forgot to pick a winner. All right, picking the third winner now. Jimmy White. No, sorry, Jimmy Wright. Jimmy Wright, you got the last key for today. The last key for today. Global ban Slanesh. Ban Beastman. I'm not finding that again. Fuck your Beastman. I need to bring back my tabletop style tournament when I get back. Maybe that's what the new name should be. We'll call them TTS tournaments. Tabletop style. I need to bring back the TTS tournament format for multiplayer, which is Domination, but you have to have your build pre-built. The gem is broken again. I don't know what the deal with it is, dude. I have no idea how to fix it. Like, I have no idea. I don't know why sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Tabletop style tournaments are fun to watch. They're a pretty good time. They're really fast. That's the best thing about my tabletop style tournaments, is that they are super quick. Like, they are the fastest tournaments next to single faction tournaments. No, actually, no, they're faster. No, yeah, they are. My tabletop style tournaments are the fastest tournaments in the entire scene, because you have to have your entire army pre-made before the tournament starts, and you only play that army the entire tournament. So it's even faster than SFTs because there's no army comp. You just load in your build and go. So it's like it's the fastest format in the whole thing. It makes SFTs look slow, which is pretty impressive. I might, if I do say so myself. DW? Who the fuck is DW? Who? Oh, dwarfs. Jesus. All right. So he says dwarfs, demons of chaos, or Nurgle, no ban. Choose. I'll pick Lizardman again. Fuck it. Lizardman, ban dwarf. Because then he has to take demons of chaos or Nurgle, and I'm totally fine throwing down with demons for my last game. I am fine throwing down with demon boys. Because I could build around that. So the only question is, does he want Nurgle demons? Or does he want... Well, actually, Nurgle doesn't necessarily mean demons. There are mortals, too. But does he want all demons? Or does he want Nurgle? I wonder why people say DW for dwarf. Shouldn't it just be D? Like, it's not like there's another just D faction. I guess people just like having two letters. He's going Nurgle. Nurgle. Interesting. Nurgle. Well, now I want to run the Dreadsaurian build again. Because I feel like the Dreadsaurian build is really good against Nurgle. But I don't want to take the same army twice. That feels dumb. Let's see. Nurgle, huh? Doing coward? I mean, I feel like it's the opposite of cowardly. Yeah, Jimmy, send me a DM on Discord, good sir, about which DLC you want. Do the Mazda Money Star Chamber box, but if he takes Kugoth, then that's gonna be a bad time for me. I don't really want the Dreadsaurian, I think. Even though you could objectively argue that's probably the best play. I think I would rather... I just want to see Dreadsaurian be relevant. Dude, the Dreadsaurian is really good right now. It's a very popular build. Cohort of Quaddle? Do you mean the Legion of Chakwa? I don't think there is a cohort. Oh, the Sacred Croc Spores, yeah. Yeah, definitely want a solar engine. I agree. I really want the Colossadon Hunters, to be honest. I think another unit of Sacred Crocs is good. Some Pterodons is good. I need more range. I could get like some Million Skinks. That is a very not helpful number. Unless I do this! Sword of Spears might be better. I think. Why? Who the hell is calling me? Yes. I can't go get it for another bit yet. I'm working for probably another 20-ish minutes. I think this will work. Whatever. Let's try this. Yeah, I can. Yeah, that'll work. That's fine. Okay, I can go pick up some for my father after this. Ice is calling. What do you want from me? All right. Oh yeah, I forgot how forested this one is. You just hear like skink noises. Gelblom's Terror is actually really fun on this map because he's stealthy. So he can like pop out of a forest and like surprise butthole someone, which is fun. We can have our Saurus go through the forest, start in the forest, it's fine. Skinks we can kind of start out here, ready to duck into the forest if he has Kugoth. He has more stuff than me, but not by much, so... If he has a Lord, it is either... Well, this map is kind of dumb. Why is the Vanguard deployment, like, non-existent? That's silly. Like, it only goes up around the sides, which is kind of odd. I am somewhat critical of that. Okay. Alright. Takala's looking good. She is looking good, dude. So we can have these guys start over here. It's fine. Alright, let's boogie. Tarmakon, huh? We got Exalted Plague Bearers, Marauders, a lot of Exalted Plague Bearers. Alright, so he's definitely going to be using the jungle to protect Tarmakon. We are going to want these guys. He doesn't have the ROR version, I don't think. Of course, he's got Furies. Furies are the bane of my fucking existence. Ooh, that's a good damage. Alright, let's bring the source in, who I totally did not forget about. Cough, cough. Ow, that hurts. Okay, we've got Case the Befouled, alright.
Tidings. The enemy has captured one of your victory points. Take it back.
We can get a good rock drop here. Pull Mazda Mundi back. Dive these nerds. Ooh, shit. Almost have my net back. Get more Saurus on the way. Gonna do heal here. Push you to go get back on Tarmacon. Root him down. Riperdactyl, stay on the Furies. Skinks. I really want my Croxigors. Actually, y'all can back. Do this. Let's get a banishment right here. So I'm losing control here. Go run away. Oh, I'm summoning from the wrong point. Stupid. We put up a good fight. We're out of steam, unfortunately. I don't really have anything left. I'm out of magic. These demons just don't die. Need more skanks. Get out of the way, Mazda Mundi, get out of the way! Just gonna get Mazda Mundi to scare the cav off. Oh shit. Oh, they're so slow! Run! Yeah, that could have been worse, I suppose. Need to get them away from Maz.
You have the foe's victory point.
Alright, so Tarmacon's gonna die here in a second. Alright, down goes Tarmacon! For what little that's worth at this point. Oh, case the befouled. I need to go all in on this point over here now. Alright, he's out of magic. Bro, I need so many, like, points. It's insane. I don't even know if getting double cap will be enough. I might actually need a triple cap. I need y'all to get on case. Pull back, pull back.
You have the foe's victory
Yeah,
point.
I think I need a triple cap. I'm pretty proud how I did. I thought I did pretty well. You know, considering who we're up against. Oh, he's gonna. Ooh. That did not do as much damage as I was hoping. Yeah, I've got the tools, but I don't have the time, unfortunately. Oh my god, look at all these Nurgle demons. Yeah, I'm just out of time. Too little, too late. It was good. I thought I did very, very well, though. I'm proud of my performance in that. I just needed more time that I didn't have.
You have been
That was a good game.
defeated. There is only defeat.
Considering Hitman is one of like the top 10 players in the world, I'm pretty pleased with that performance. I thought I did really well. Yeah, I needed to. Oh, excuse me. My back. I should have contested the third objective a lot sooner. Man, those exalted plague bearers are so tanky. Like, good lord. I should have gotten out my Sacred Croc scores a lot faster. Because if I had brought out the Sacred Croc scores, they would have minced these guys. Like, holy shit, they got so much value, dude. 1,400, 2,300, 1,800. That is wild. Tarmogon got 25. I also let Tarmogon get to his heal cap, which wasn't great. Ogre's got 22.
Another wretched foul lizard thing joins the
Roger
red
throwing
host.
axes 1578, 950, 1,400 on the Furies.
Damn fine effort loss. Fly safe, or paddle safe if you are swimming over there, I guess.
I definitely do not have that much stamina. Oh wow, Mazda Mundi, 4,300 value. Woo. Good lord. 500 on the Saurus, 470 on the Saurus. Wow, we got 1,000 fucking value on our skink cohort. Oh, wow, we got 1,200. We got, wow, we got over 1,000 value on both of our skinks with javelins. Skink with javelins did great. Gelpon's Terror paid for itself, 1,800. 1,900 on the Solar Engine. The Solar Engine did so good. I think the Solar Engine and Mazda Money were MVP. These two did incredible. Case did awful, considering he got double summoned. Summon Swords did okay. Skink Skirmishers, 900 value, great. Cold One Spear Riders, 1,500 value. These ones just barely were out. 900 value on the Colossodon Hunters. I feel like if you're gonna go Ripperdactyls, the kind of sucky part is you need to get a regular unit of Rippers and you have to have the Colossodons. Because if you have both, regular Rippers are actually, I don't know how regular Rippers trade into Furies. I feel like regular Rippers are supposed to annihilate Furies, but I don't know if that's actually true in practice. Sacred Croc scores did really good considering how late they entered the game. Pterodons paid for themselves. Pawhawk Sentinels did not pay for themselves, but I also really fucked up their initial engagement. I think the biggest moment I screwed up is I should have summoned, I think my first big summon, instead of Pawhawk Sentinels, I should have waited the extra like 250 or whatever it was and gotten the Sacred Croc scores out. But the Skinks with Javelins did so good, dude. Furies, uptrade to Rippers, not great. Yeah, which I hate Furies, dude. Furies are so annoying as Lizardmen, because Lizardmen don't have, like, just a good swarm type unit. Like, the annoying thing is, like, ideally, regular Ripperdactyls should, with their, like, big anti-infantry and their high damage spike, they should absolutely dumpster Furies. But the problem is they don't, because their armor is too sucky. Or maybe it's their melee defense. I don't know. But in my opinion, they should trade well into Furies, but in practice they don't. Which is rough. Lizardmen don't really have good answers to Furies. Like, the best thing you can do against Furies with Lizardmen is like a 360 shooting unit that shoots them as they run away. I really wish Ripperdactyls. Well, one thing I can tell you, I actually need to talk to CA about this. Ripperdactyls are supposed to be shielded. Ripperdactyls in tabletop are light armor, shields, mounted. So they have a 4-up save in tabletop. But Creative Assembly made them a little too squishy in my opinion. But they're supposed to have at least bronze shields because they're a shielded unit. I mean, I'll tell y'all, my biggest hopium. Where's the shield come from? They wear it. My biggest hope for Lizardmen, if we ever get another DLC, which I do hope Lizardmen get one more, because I really want to get like Chalkhawks and Teto Echo and all that stuff. No, the skink. The skink has the shield. In tabletop, a Ripperdactyl rider has a shield and a spear. How does that protect the Ripper at all? That's not how shields work in this game. That's not how that works. Like, you'll notice that Bretonnian Pegasus riders are shielded because the riders have shields. That's how it works. Or like if you have cavalry units, if the rider has a shield, the unit is shielded. That's how it works. It doesn't matter if the creature isn't shielded. It matters if the rider is shielded. I don't make the rules. It's just the way it works. Nah, I gotta run errands. All right. So I am not going to be streaming the finals, but if you want to watch the finals, let me pull up. Actually, why don't we just raid into it? Because I have to go. I have to go pick up a cake for my father's birthday, which we are celebrating tomorrow. So let me go into here. I think Dov is streaming it. Oops. Oh my god, dude. Come on. There it is. Edit, customization, wait, what? No, is this the right stream? Bro, YouTube's system is so fucking stupid. Oh my god, I hate it so much. Twitch is so nice because you just give like really easy commands. Here we go. Redirect. Fuck, dude. Isn't Dov on Twitch? Is he not on both? Oh. Well, shit. I don't know who's streaming the finals. Who is streaming finals so I can send people to watch? Human Boy, of course. Derp. All right, there we go. All right, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you dudes laters. I'm gonna go pick up some cakes and stuff for my father's birthday, and I got a pack for my trip. Twitch, is Human Boy SS also on Twitch? No. Okay, fine. Twitch, I'll send y'all somewhere random to go support some other friend of mine. All right. Hope you all have a lovely day. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Walk.